Candyman. I'm talking about the 2021 movie here. But you know, I had never seen the 1992 movie at the time this was about to come out. So, learning that this was a direct sequel, I made a point to watch the original Candyman first. It's on Tubi, or at least it was last month, though, when I watched it. And it's fantastic. In fact, as much of a horror fanatic as I am, I often talk about it. This is still in my top 10 scariest movies of all time, the original Candyman. It's about a PhD student, studying folklore, who wants to find out the origins of some killer who supposedly stalks the low-income area of her city. We find out his tragic backstory, and we get a ton of scares. It's very gripping, very psychologically unsettling. And now I'm here to talk about the sequel, this new film. Like all Jordan Peele horror movies, seemingly, it adds some social commentary that regarding issues that affect African Americans. At least Get Out attempted to do that. I've been trying to make some sort of statement. Honestly, wasn't that big a fan of either one. I mean, Us had mixed feelings on. I put a written review of that on my blog. Get Out I liked more, but as far as social commentary, I didn't think it was wasn't sure what it had to say, and so whoever it was wasn't very powerful. I mentioned that in my written review of Us, that I thought Get Out didn't seem to be succeeding at whatever its social commentary was, whatever its attempt was, and without that, it's just it's not that great a horror movie. But Candyman I loved, so it follows up on the original, makes strong statements about gentrification, how that works. But so often, Black people are living in a poor part of an area, and then rich white developers buy up the land, renovate it, so suddenly it becomes hip and trendy, and then the existing rents get priced out while a bunch of new white people go in and take the place of those a bunch of new well-to-do white people come and take the place of those Black and brown people who have been priced out of the area. But how does Candyman tie into that? We find out he's been making appearances throughout the decades, periodically theturns up every few decades, and the main character here is an artist. His girlfriend is an art dealer, and then they're friends with that art dealer's brother and his boyfriend, and we find out, okay, the artist wants to create work that makes a statement about the way unarmed Black men are victimized by police violence. The same kind of systemic racism that keeps getting minorities kicked out of their homes whenever white people want to make a buck off of that land. And the reason so many white people don't want affordable housing near them is because they think the minorities who live in the affordable housing are dangerous, when in reality they continue to make the minorities oppressed by refusing to do anything to help them out of poverty and by cheering on as police go and kill them for no reason. So I'm speaking somewhat in vagaries because I don't want to give away anything, but basically the artist, who's the main character of this movie, in the quest to use his work to draw more attention to social issues, finds out a lot more about Candyman, what his backstory is, and the plot of the 1992 movie is talked about a lot. Apparently the folklore has become that white woman went crazy, was killing people, and the media care about so much became such a topic of conversation, a big part of folklore, because it was about a white woman going crazy. If it were some black man, people think, oh yeah, well of course, if he was acting criminally violent. But yeah, there's been stories spreading about Candyman since in the decades since the original movie, and then he does come up every few decades. But what's really his story? Our main character finds out, and you will be so utterly gripped as you find out with him. Fantastic movie. If it's not quite as scary as the original, it's still plenty scary in its own right. As far as the quality of the movie overall, it makes up for the slight decrease in scares with some very powerful social commentary. So good job, Jordan Peele. I know it's lukewarm on Us, only kind of like to Get Out, and then the Twilight Zone, his series. You can see written posts on my blog about it, about every episode, and it's been really hit or miss. But finally, Candyman, I completely happy to jump on Jordan Peele's bandwagon. He did fantastic. I've alluded to my written blog repeatedly. You can go to it, autistic.com. At some point, I want to have written posts about both this new Candyman and the original. Also, please follow us on Facebook for updates, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. Thank you.